believe I forgot the computer. Never mind. Okay, there's no one there. All good. I don't expect there'll be anyone there, but it doesn't matter. If there is or there isn't. The message is still what matters. Okay. So let's put that on. And let's maybe put it there so I'm closer. Oh yeah, I didn't. Hang on. Yes, cancel. I'll just put it down there actually. Okay. Here we go. Let's try that again. Okay. Whoops. Big whoopsie. That's in the way too now, is it? Okay. Oh my goodness. All over the place today. Why does it look so dark on that side? Is that better? All right, that'll do. This will be fluffing all morning. Okay, where are we here? YouTube. And there. Oh, wow. Here we go. Oh, that would be me. Okay. So, I think that's where the chat will show up there. Okay, okay. So I'll just wait a few minutes. Oh, I've dropped out as well, have I? I'm back. Who's joined us? Say hello. Joined us. Say hello. Oh, hang on. I'll just wait a minute as people are coming on, just for a second. I have the day off today because I'm recovering from the anesthetic, so I'm a bit groggy. But as I missed the Wednesday live stream, I thought I'd make it up to you guys here on Friday. I'm the type of person that when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So I like to be one of those people that others can count on, that are reliable, you know. I'm so grateful for all the people that reached out to ask if I was okay and what was happening when I said I was going into hospital. I haven't been able to do my hair today, so I know it looks a bit messy, and you could probably see the stitches at the top here from one of the cysts. Hi Desiree. Yes, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm taking care of myself. I had an email that came through in the last couple of days, and I thought even if nobody joined in today, there was something there that I really wanted to address that I felt was important for others. You know, if there are others with this issue, something that I thought this person wasn't aware of. But as I was reading the information coming through, for me, it was so clear. And it's something that I've had to go through my whole life. I've had to put up with this, you know. So today, even if no one was here, hello, Victor. I don't want to touch it because it's very sore, but I don't know if you can see just underneath there, one of my stitches. And, oh, what was that? Oh, and always will be. Thank you, Desiree. Yes, what was coming through in this beautiful email, and of course we always try to keep everything private. If it's something that doesn't want to be shared, that's why it goes to the email. We can see, oh, we can see it. Good. I don't know about the one at the back. My daughter took care of that one this morning because I can't reach it. I'm supposed to put this special gooey stuff on it to keep it from getting infected. I was so grateful, you know, when I came out from the surgery and I looked and I thought, oh, because my dad used to have these cysts all over his head. I remember I was about 10 years old and he had them removed, and he had about 5 of them. So they shaved his head and there were like 5 big bandages. But I'm talking about 40 years ago now, you know. So I thought I was, yes. I thought I was going to be like that. You know, first I was going to come out with all these bandages on my head, and I didn't know what to expect. But of course, it's 40 years later. Of course, they've thought of better way to do things, you know. The same happened with my mum when she had her gallbladder out. She's got this huge scar down the middle of her because they used to open you up to pull out the gallbladder. And when I had mine taken out when my daughter was born, I've only got 3 little dots because they go, it's a different procedure now, but they took mine out as well. But I've got this tiny, you can't even see the dots anymore, you know? So I was really surprised. No, I'm okay. I'm chill. I have the energy to do it. If I didn't feel up to it, I hadn't said I was going to be here today. So I thought if I feel like I'm going to do it, I'll do it through your belly button. Yes, that's right. They do all of it through there now. So it's amazing what doctors can do now, you know, just amazing. But yeah, I was really surprised, and I'm super lucky, you know, that my parents are so hairy. Like even to this, they're in their 80s, and my dad has his full set of hair, you know, and my mum still has most of her hair. Hers is thinned out, but I was lucky that I've got so much I can cover it all up. Even the lumps, you couldn't see them before because I was always combing over, you know, like when they have those, they're all bald and they're combing over trying to cover up the bald patch. I felt like that. It's like I'm always coming over, you know, to cover up this lump. And the kids at school loved it. You know, they used to call me the unicorn, and they're probably going to be upset my lump's gone now. Yes, I'm okay. It wasn't a big deal, you know. I mean, I did go under general anesthetic yesterday because the lumps were so big. They really needed to do big work. And I've got one in my back as well. Not just on my head, but in my back. So there's 3 of them. Last night was a bit iffy. I was feeling a lot of pain, and they gave me these strong painkillers, and I took them, and I thought, okay. And I woke up this morning wondering, you know, what it's going to be like. But I'm okay. Like I said, apart from the feeling groggy from the anesthetic, I'm not feeling the pain I was feeling yesterday. I don't know if maybe the anesthetic hasn't worn off yet, that I can feel what's going on in my body yet. But the one at the front, I think this one was bigger than the one at the back. The one at the back stopped growing, and this one, because when the doctor saw it last year, a year ago, he said the one at the back was a lot bigger. And somehow this one kept growing throughout the year, but the other one didn't. So maybe I was meant to turn into a unicorn. Who knows? Oh, that's the way. Get him to do all the cooking. I love it when my husband cooks because he's a lot better in the kitchen than I am. So he's a much better cook. Yes. I was torn between doing the live stream on Wednesday, but I knew I was going to be distracted with the phone call. Ah, and you are part of mine. You know, when I see you two, I always feel like you're part of my family, you know? I feel the same way. Oh, you're so lucky. I cook because I have to, but if I didn't have to, I wouldn't cook either. It's not something I enjoy doing. You know, it's kind of something I have to do sometimes because my husband works such long hours that by the time he gets home, you know, it's nice for him to just have the meal there and off we go. But from quite little, it wasn't something that I was drawn to, you know, being in the kitchen cooking. And my mum and my sister were always in the kitchen cooking. And I was like, oh my God, it looks like work, you know. Whereas for me, I preferred to be on the piano playing. You guys do that. And I'll sit on the piano and play, or I'd be reading a book, or I'd be doing something else. You know, it wasn't something that ever caught my attention. I knew I had to eat, and you need to cook to eat, but it wasn't something that I was ever attracted to. Like, oh yeah, I really want to learn how to do that, you know, or I want to spend hours in the kitchen doing that. It was never my thing, and it still isn't my thing. But we need to eat, right? So whoever has to do it has to do it and keep us all going, and that's how it goes. So what I wanted to bring through this week that had come through via these gorgeous emails was someone was talking about, and I'm going to use my own life experience so it doesn't take from, you know, it being private to anyone else. Sometimes we don't understand the dynamics of what's going on with other people around us, and we take it on as it's a personal attack to us, you know? And so what was coming through for me, like the theme in my life, what I found is what has come up a lot for the latest book that's still not at the publisher, but it'll get there. There's so many things in the pipeline at the moment that has kind of taken a back seat. There's enough books there for everyone. The Awakening one, is that what you're asking? Yes. I made those in, I'm trying to think now if I made them in Canva or if I made them in Filmora, because I use Filmora for all my editing. So it was in one of those that I made them. The intro and the outro, I'm guessing you're asking about, Victor. But I put them together. Like I got the video from, actually, I think I got the video from, I might have even got the video from Pixabay because you get them for free. And then you just upload it to Filmora, and then the music. The music would have been in Filmora for free. I would have picked one of the freebies because it's just a short one. So I think that's what I did when I put it together. But Canva's great too for that sort of thing. The old one that I had that had the beautiful green grass. Yeah, the daily videos I make in Filmora, I use that. So in case I need to pop anything on there, I want to write anything on them, I use Filmora for that. I tried CapCut, but it just didn't have enough features for me. And I find that the other one just does what I need. So I'll put that later in the description for you if you want. Filmora is amazing. It's just really good. It does everything that I need because my videos are really simple. I don't want them to be complicated. So getting back to the topic. So what was coming through while I was, you know, was that what was coming through for me especially was observing the dynamics of my sister and I in our house. And like you guys already know, but when I was 5 and my sister was born, I felt cast aside. So you already know my story, hopefully by now. If not, I'll just walk you through for those that are going to watch it tomorrow and it's going to be new for them. When I was 5 years old, my sister was born and my mum was busy tending to this new baby. And it wasn't until I was a mother and I had my baby that I had the realization that, oh, babies take up a lot of time. It's not that they mean to, but, you know, when you're in the role of parent with the baby, you realize they take up a lot of time, right? Especially when it's your first one. But as a 5-year-old, I didn't know this. I didn't know that my mum had already done all of this for me previously. I didn't remember in my first year of life or my second year of life. And so I'm watching my mum doing all these activities with this new baby, with my sister, and I wasn't included in any of them. I wasn't allowed to do anything with my sister. My mum just wanted me to, be a child and do my things, and, she never included me. And so I think in a lot of ways she was afraid, as I was only little, I was only 5. Like if I tried to hold the baby and I dropped it, it wouldn't be my fault, but she would get upset, that she could have avoided it, all those little things. But from the point of view of a 5-year-old, I felt cast aside. I felt like I wasn't wanted anymore by my mum. And from that moment till I was well in my 40s, I honestly believed, yes, I do. I don't, not professionally, but yes, I do. I do like to. So from that moment on, I felt like my mum didn't love me anymore. Now, what I didn't realize until I did a self-esteem course with my mother-in-law in my 40s, and this was shortly after my daughter was born, was that it was in a comment that my mother-in-law made about my sister and her relationship with me, and how, like, things that I was talking to her and I didn't quite get why she would say these things or why she would do these things, and it wouldn't cross my mind to do these things or say these things. And it was in something my mother-in-law said that I had this light bulb moment. Wait a minute. She doesn't know she's loved either. It was just in that moment. For me, it was obvious because of all the care that my mum took with her and their relationship, and watching them, through my childhood, watching their relationship grow. To me, I thought that's what love looked like how my mum treated her and how my mum gave her all her attention and all her time and all of those things. See, when I was growing up, I don't know how I learnt to read, but I learnt to read before I started school. Before I started kindy, I was already reading. And I'm guessing I spent a lot of time with this Australian couple, this neighbour. When my parents were at work, I would stay with them. And I think somehow they taught me. They were Aussies. And so I was so fascinated with books and with reading. And somehow I learnt, not through my parents because they couldn't speak English, but somehow I learnt. And so I was always with my nose in a book trying to learn, And I remember later watching my mum read to my sister because she didn't like reading. All those little things that she didn't do with me. And I was observing now as I was older, And so to me, that looked like love. But I never received any of that. I don't remember any of that, And so I grew up thinking my mum didn't love me, but because my mum was always comparing my sister to me, my sister thought I was the favorite somehow, that she preferred me somehow. And I thought, it was in that moment talking to my mother-in-law, hang on a minute. She doesn't realize how much my mum loves her. She doesn't realize that she loves her. It was in that moment because she was always compared to me. And then the penny dropped, of all this time, my sister wanting my parents to herself because she didn't realize that my mum loved her. She didn't know within herself that she was loved. With my dad, there was kind of a rift growing up. Once my sister was born, my dad could see that I felt cast aside. He could see that I no longer belonged there, if you know what I mean. And so he stepped in. And we created a very strong bond, with my dad. We were very close. But even then, by the time I was 10, my mum sent me to Catholic school to separate us because there was a jealousy. She couldn't understand our relationship, the same as my sister couldn't understand my relationship with any of them. And so this jealousy's always been causing rifts between all of us at home, of not being able to understand the love between us, my dad and I, because she didn't have that with my sister. The love she had there was different, And so, through your life, you think, oh, I'm the one that's not loved, only to realize then your sister thinks that she wasn't loved, that you were the preferred one. And you're like, oh my God, all these dynamics that go on and you don't realize. And so what was coming through is that sometimes we don't understand that others will try to tear us down, not because we've done something wrong, but because they don't understand the love that you have with that person. They don't understand it. They don't have it. They don't feel it. I'm an only child. So, yeah, that's my husband. He's an only child. But even then, that can happen between your mother and your father. If you have a close bond with your dad and your mum feels left out, that happened in Bridget Jones, wasn't it? In the first Bridget Jones, when the mother's playing out because her and her dad have this special relationship and she always feels like she's the one left out. They have this special club or something. So it's kind of like that. But what happens many times, what happens many times is that the person that feels left out of that love, I guess you want to call it, that special bond, is the one that lashes out, because my mum wanted that special bond with my dad. She was jealous of the bond that I had with him. And so she tried to pull us apart, that year putting me into Catholic school. And she was always threatening she was going to send me off to boarding school if I didn't behave. I grew up with those threats of, you're off to boarding school, I've had enough of you, and I'd go off crying to my room because I didn't want to go somewhere where I wasn't going to see my dad anymore, and anyway, so eventually my sister got her way, and my parents aren't talking to me now, and she's got them all to herself. But that doesn't fix that feeling of, I'm not loved by them. Because it's not the reality, it's what we believe, I know they love me. My parents, I know they love me. I know my mum has always loved me in her way. I'm just out there special, unicorn special. I even had my own horn growing to prove it, But I understood with time that I'm so different and I think so different that not even my parents could relate. And that makes sense to me. I understand that because they're on a different path, But I know they loved me. Every step of the way, they loved me, my parents. I have no doubts of that, But when siblings lash out and they try to tear you down so that they can have the parents to themselves, this is what happens, and this is what we're not understanding. It's because they don't know that they're loved by those parents. They don't know. And they see that you have a special relationship, and you may even not be of the family. You may just be a friend, but you have a special bond. And they feel threatened that you have something with their parent that they don't have. And this is the reality. This is the truth. It's just them. It's their insecurity that they don't have what you have with their parent, or with their sibling, or with their children, or with whatever it is. If you see that someone is lashing out at you and they're trying to tear you down, it's because they're threatened by you. They feel that you have something that they don't have, And it's usually that special relationship when you see what real love looks like between two people, unconditional love, like I had with my dad, where I didn't need to be anything for my dad to love me. I didn't need to prove that I was something for his love. Yes, I know, but that's because they want you to be strong. They want you to be, especially if you're a boy, and boys aren't supposed to cry and all that stuff, That was the old way, because they thought they were making you strong and they were preparing you for the world, that men are supposed to be strong. That's their role. When really, if you think about it, we're the ones having the children. We're the ones going through childbirth. We're the ones that should be strong, not the men. But it's just old way of thinking. Yeah, my dad's dad was the same, never showed emotion, never showed love, never gave a hug. My dad didn't know what it was to receive a hug from his dad because he didn't want them to be soft. Men were supposed to be hard, they were supposed to be strong. And my dad had the biggest heart. He was the softest biggie I knew, He was this large man and he was so soft. He was so beautiful. He's still alive, but I don't have contact with him anymore. The only way I can be in touch with them is through their higher self. and to give thanks every day, that I have them and that they brought me into the world and made me who I am. That I can love them for who they are and not who I need them to be. I can love their journey. I can accept that this is the experience they came to have and be okay with it. It doesn't need to be my experience. I can allow them their experience and still love them for who they are. They're so beautiful. And my sister, when you start to see, very soft, yeah. When you start to see the dynamics of why siblings behave the way they behave, or a certain parent behaves the way they behave, it's so easy to love them and accept that, oh, okay, they don't feel that they're loved this way, or they don't feel that they're loved. They feel threatened by you. It's just their path. They'll figure it out eventually. And if not, one of the questions was in this beautiful email, I said to them that they're going to be okay. I think what we forget is that we are energy. So's my husband, but don't tell them that. Sometimes he pretends he's this big, tough man. But he's tall as well. He's much bigger than my husband in terms of width, much bigger than my dad. Even though my dad was a bricklayer, but my husband, his shoulders are much wider. And I laugh because I look at him and I think, you're such a softie, you pretend to be this hard man. And it's all good. It's all good. Especially when it comes to my daughter. I won't tell him. Don't tell mine either. And when it comes to my daughter, she's got him, wrapped around her little finger. She just knows all the strings to pull, with him. But I love watching them together. Yesterday when I wasn't well from the antibiotics, I got up from the anesthesia. I woke up at around, I think it was 8 o'clock or something like that. And I'd promised her, because I was so good at maths at school, I love doing maths. And I said, I'll help you. She said she needed help with maths. And I was all excited, but I couldn't wake up. Oh, there's Bentley. And so I got up at about 8, and he was sitting there, bless his heart, trying to help my daughter with her maths. And I could see him struggling, but I thought, you know what? I'm not going to get involved. For one, I was out of it. I just couldn't wake up from the anesthetic. And for two, I thought this is a lovely moment for them to bond. Even if they don't figure it out, even if he can't, he had to go on YouTube to work out how to do it. And I thought, well, it's been a long time for me. I probably would have had to do the same thing, to help her. Oh, my neck's all red from the anesthetic. Look at that. It's like it's sunburnt. Oh, dear. And so, still recovering. But anyway, the message I wanted to give people is that sometimes, our siblings or another parent may lash out if they see you have a special relationship with one of the parents. And even if you're not related, they may lash out and try and tear you down for that reason. It's just jealousy. It's just they don't understand. It looks like they love you more, and it's really not to do with that. It's that you facilitate that love in them. Hello, Vera. It's not sunburn. It's just the anesthetic. Just after effects. But yes, that's why sometimes people try to tear you down. They don't understand the relationship you have. And to them, it looks like that person loves you more, and it's not that. I know, aren't they beautiful? Oh, my God. I have to tell you, Victor, it was so funny. Last night, I crashed on my husband, on the big bed. And usually I can't sleep on the big bed because of his snoring. I might stay there for a while, but I tend to sneak out. And I sleep on the floor. I've got a mattress outside, and I set that up for when my old dog couldn't get up on the bed anymore. He was 16, and his back legs with the arthritis, he just couldn't get up. And it broke my heart. So I'd set up this mattress outside, and I used to sleep out there with him. And these two elbozos they're used to me sleeping out there now. So when my husband starts snoring, I can close the door and I crash on that mattress outside now with them. He's snoring. We call it the chainsaw at home. It's so loud. Even my daughter, she can stay with him for about 10-15 minutes once he starts snoring, but then even she's off, you know, to bed when she's had enough. It's too loud. So, oh, last night I crashed on the big bed and I'd closed the door because I wanted to rest. And what happens is if I leave the door open, the dogs jump up and on and off, on and off, on and off, and I don't get any rest, right? So I thought I really needed to rest. I closed the door. And then I woke up at like midnight was the last time I woke up. And I was expecting him to be in the bed because I thought there's no way his snoring's going to wake me up tonight. I was so gone. But he wasn't there. And I went outside and he's sleeping on the mattress on the floor with the dogs. And I said to him, oh, go to bed. You know, you're not going to disturb me. I'm so gone. Go to bed. And he said to me, he said, that's it. He said, the dogs are with you. I can't stand it because apparently my youngest dog, Rocket, and Afid, yeah, I love having them around me. But Rocket usually snuggles into me, the girl dog. But because I wasn't there, she spent the whole night whistling at the door. And I couldn't hear her in the bedroom. I was so gone, I couldn't hear her. But she was keeping him awake with her whistling, right? And then Puppy, the bigger dog, kept getting on and off the bed, like, you know, where's mum? Where's mum? And so he wasn't getting any sleep. So I'm glad by midnight I was awake and I, you know, managed to get him onto his bed. Because they're used to me and they'll just settle. They just stay. They don't do anything. Except for 6 o'clock in the morning when she starts whistling, you know, it's time for breakfast. But he was saying it was impossible. They're so used to me being there and they're doing their thing there that he just wasn't getting any sleep anyway. And I was like, oh, why didn't you just go to bed? But he didn't want to disturb me, which is, you know, it's understandable. But it was just really funny in the end when he's like, oh, my God, I didn't get any sleep between her whistling and him getting up and off every 5 minutes of where's mum? It was a zoo last night at home, a real zoo. And so anyway, that was funny. So today, my beautiful beings, what would you like to do a meditation and what would you like to bring through for today? What are your feelings? I called them all in yesterday before I went in. That was so lovely. My beautiful team, they were with me. I feel at peace every time I bring them in, you know. So I'll wait to see if there's anything you guys would like to call in for this week. How are you feeling? Yes, I think, and they can feel, my youngest dog kept smelling me a lot. They can smell that you changed as well, you know, everything's different. So I'm sure from the anesthetic, that, you know, I would have smelt different just being at the hospital and all the stuff they put on you. And she kept sniffing me like, where have you been? You smell funny. Where have you been? So, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, my daughter doesn't like them on the bed either. She's very restless in bed, so she'd always push them off. But they've got me anyway, so, and Daddy, you know, if they can get on Daddy's bed. Puppy likes going with Daddy, so he doesn't care. That's funny. All right, so what shall we do for today? What do you guys feel like? What meditation would you like to work with today? There's a big cyclone coming through in Australia as well. Oh, she's jealous. Nice. There you go. Jealousy. We were talking about that before. Not wanting to share. See, even dogs sometimes feel that way, don't they? They like... Some dogs can be funny about sharing you with others even. You know, in the early days with my husband, we used to have ferrets. We were in an apartment and we weren't allowed to have pets. And ferrets are really quiet. You can't hear them. And we had 2 lovely ferrets. And one of them was so close to me. And he used to be like, whenever he'd see my husband, you know, he'd like try and bite him, like get him away. And we'd be on the couch and my husband would have his hand over me. And this ferret, Doc, his name was Doc. And he'd come over the couch, you know, over to his hand to bite him, to get him off me. Even some animals are really possessive of, no, she's mine, go away, you know. I've been lucky with these two. They've been very good with everyone in the house. They love everyone, oh, especially, my daughter. They adore my daughter. But the younger dog, I don't know why, she's really taken a shine to me. Like there's a connection. I feel it's beyond this lifetime with her. Like we read each other's minds sometime, and I've never had that with a dog before. It's very strange. It's just this particular dog, the latest one we've got. And so, oh, she's on the Facebook page. The one that's all brindle, the brown one that looks like caramel swirls. She's gorgeous. Her name's Rocket. Probably sitting there thinking, oh, she's talking about me. So I'm feeling today, perhaps, the meditation could be for love, for knowing that love is everywhere. Love is in everything. We are all loved. It's not something that you have to share in any moment. Because I grew up witnessing this. It was like, well, if you loved one, you couldn't love the other. And I could never understand that. Ariel. What do you mean by that? Desiree, Ariel? We do. We always need it. It's not that. I remember while I'm waiting for Desiree to write, she just wrote Ariel. I remember one of my cousins having a baby at one stage. And she was really into dogs at the time, really into dogs. She was into going to dog trainings and Archangel Uriel, because there is an Archangel Ariel as well. Archangel Uriel. Oh, and I remember the baby coming out, and everyone on her husband's side was passing this baby around and saying to her, see, isn't this much better than holding a dog? And I remember sitting there, and out of respect for my cousin, I didn't say anything. But I thought, why can't you love both? Oh, what she said. It is Ariel. That's all I could think at the time. Why can't you love both? Why can't you love your dog? Archangel Ariel. Yes, there is an Archangel Ariel. That's right. So, Desiree, Archangel Ariel, what does she signify to you? We can call her in today. She looks like she's been called in. I usually call in Uriel, but we can have Ariel today. How about we call her in and see what comes up? Let's do that. I haven't had her in before, so it's going to be exciting. Let's see what comes through. I can't help thinking the Little Mermaid, but that's just me. Good. Okay. Well, she must be here for a reason. So let's call her in and ask her for messages, and whatever comes through is the right thing for us today, hey? Let's do that. I haven't had an interaction with Ariel. It should be super exciting. All right, let me have a sip. It's hurting to swallow because I think they put the tube down my throat for the oxygen. I started off with the oxygen mask out here, but my husband was saying because of the pain here that maybe they put the tube down for the oxygen yesterday. It really hurts when I swallow, but I can feel like something's been stuck in there. Oh, it's on that side. Okay, so we're going to do our grounding. You close your eyes whenever you're ready. We don't need to see what's around us. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, release the day. Let go of everything today. Relax your body, relax your mind. We don't need any of that. Take another deep breath in, and as we exhale, we know that there's nowhere to be. There's nothing to do but to be here in this very moment right now. Being present to whatever comes through today in this meditation. Take another deep breath in, calling all of yourselves in now, wherever they are, to be here in this moment. Now, feeling your feet like roots of a tree going deep down into the center of the earth. Breathing in that beautiful earth energy now, in through your roots, in through your feet, up through your body, and out through the top of your head. And again, breathing in the beautiful earth energy now, in through your feet, up through your body, up, 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 and out through the top of your head. We've been gifted with rain today. You can probably hear it on the roof. It's how much the earth loves us. It gives us its rain to water the plants, water the trees that give us the oxygen to breathe. One more deep breath in now of this beautiful earth energy in through your feet, up through your body, up, 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 and out through the top of your head. Sit with this beautiful earth energy now. It's nourishing your beautiful body. It gives you the oxygen to breathe, gives you the water to drink. This earth loves you so much. It gives you everything to be alive. Feel it around you. Feel how it loves you. Now, in this moment, we're going to open up our crowns and we're going to invite in the beautiful universal life force energy. Take a deep breath in now and watch as the universal life force energy comes down, 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 down through your body, and out through your feet and into the earth. With your next deep breath in of the universal life force energy, this time as it comes through, watch as it lights up every cell in your body, reminding every cell that it is spirit, that you are spirit, and that spirit is all there is in every moment. Watch as it travels down now, lighting every cell in your body. And now it's going out through your feet, down, down, down into the earth. And the third time we breathe in the universal life force energy. Watch as your cells now are dancing and rejoicing, remembering that they are the love, they are the light, and that this is all there is. We are energy. We cannot be destroyed. We are energy. We merely change form. We are energy. We cannot be created. We merely change form. Watch all your cells dance and rejoice and light up with this knowledge that they are energy too, just like spirit. This is who they are. They are energy. You are energy. Watch as the universal life force energy now goes out through your feet and into the earth. Sit with this beautiful energy inside of you now, reminding your beautiful cells this is what they are. They are made of this energy. You are made of this energy, the energy that is in all things. The same energy that is in the stars is in you. The same energy that is in the planets is in you. Now, my beautiful beings, when you are ready, we are going to call in Archangel Ariel. I see her as a female presence, but if you see her as something else, that's fine too. When you are ready, you can call in Archangel Ariel and ask her to stand in front of you. She is reaching out her hands. You may hold her hands if you feel comfortable to do so. She is looking into your eyes. See the love that Ariel has for you in her eyes, pouring out of her eyes and into yours. Feel the energy that Ariel has coming out through her hands into your hands. Feel this beautiful energy now in your heart space. Feel your heart space expand with this love coming from Ariel, with this energy that she is infusing into you. Breathe that in. Allow it to fill your heart. Allow it to fill your being. I don't know about you, but I'm seeing huge wings coming out of my back. And perhaps Ariel is doing the same for you. She is showing you your angelic wings today. She is showing you that you can fly. You have the power to fly. These wings are so, so big. They're so beautiful. See yourself flying now with Ariel. She's holding your hand. How do you feel inside as you fly with her? What do you see as you fly together? I'm being shown a beautiful pyramid. Ariel is taking us there. At the front of a pyramid is a door, and she is inviting us inside the pyramid. Inside the pyramid is a beautiful space for both of you to sit. In this place, Ariel is asking you to share with her your deepest desires for this life. She's placing her hand on your heart. She is listening. I see a beautiful beam of golden light coming in through the center of the pyramid. It is shining down on both of you. You still have your beautiful wings. In this moment, Ariel is asking you to ask her for anything you desire. Ask her any question, anything you feel in this moment you want to share with her. She is here. She is with you. In this moment, Ariel wants you to know that you have the power to fly at any time. It is your birthright as an angelic being here on earth. She kisses your forehead, and she's smiling gently at you now. She loves you so, so much. She knows how hard it is to be a human in this life. To be a human being and what that means. How difficult it can be. She knows. But she wants you to know in this moment that you are loved more than you can ever know. You are so loved. If you are comfortable to do so, she would like to give you a hug now. She wants to thank you for being here. There are so many beings that are grateful for you being here. She wants to remind you of that. All your ancestors, they're so proud of you. They're so grateful for you, for your path, for your life. Now, if you are ready to, you may leave this pyramid with Ariel. Take flight. Enjoy your wings one more time today. Fly higher and higher into the clouds, into space, where you can see the stars and the planets. How does it feel to be flying with your own wings? How do you feel in this moment? When you are ready, you may start to fly down to where you are, in your living room, in your home. Ariel is still with you. She wants you to know that she is always with you. All you need to do is call her name whenever you need her, and she is here. Always. You can give Ariel one last hug and give thanks for her being here today. Thank you, Ariel. We thank you for being with us today. Now, before we ask Ariel to leave, we have one more request. In this moment, Ariel, we ask, do you have a message for us? And one more request. Please give us a symbol today, that every time we see this symbol, we are reminded of you, Ariel. Thank you. We are so grateful for you, Ariel. Thank you for being here today. We love you. One more hug. It's not going to kill. I'm a huggy person. Allow her to wrap her wings around you, around your wings. How lovely. Thank you, Ariel. When you are ready, you may slowly begin to open your eyes. Oh dear. That one took it out of me. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, dear. How did you go? Did you get to feel her presence at least? Even if you didn't get to see her, could you feel her there with you? I'd be interested to know what symbol you got. Because I'm so groggy, I'm so out of it, my symbol was glitching. I couldn't quite get the symbol. So it kind of looked like the Aquarian signs, you know, of the zodiac. But not quite. I'm not sure what she was trying to show me. I might have to come back myself to listen to this once the anesthetic wears off tomorrow. But, really beautiful. I wasn't expecting the wings or the flight. I think that blissed me out. I love having dreams of flying. I was saying to my daughter the other day, when I was little, I always used to dream I was flying. Always. I didn't have wings in my dreams. It was like Peter Pan. I think it was after I watched Peter Pan, you know, or I read the book, and I loved that so much, that he could just fly. I used to dream I could fly all the time. And as I got older, I'd dream I could fly, and then I'd forget. Halfway through my dream, I'd forget how to fly, and I was so sad. I don't know what it meant. You guys still with Ariel? She's quite a blissful archangel, more so than the others. There's a different energy about her. Ethereal, I think was the word. Yes, I felt like my breath was taken away when I was in her presence. Like, breath, yeah, I know what you mean. Like that song, Take My Breath Away, that one. Oh, she's really beautiful. Did you sense her as a female presence or as something else? Because of all my archangels, the only female presence I have is Uriel. But for somehow, Ariel came through as female as well today. For me, may not be for others. It's just the way she came through for me. And lo and behold, because of the mermaid, I saw her with bright red hair. She may not be, but it's preconceived. Yeah, preconceived. Like I've already got that, you know, from the mermaid. And they're quite playful. The archangels and the angels, they're not, they don't care, you know. Beautiful. Really beautiful. All right, my beautiful beings, I'm starting to feel woozy, but I think I need to have something to eat. I haven't eaten anything since, what did I have yesterday? I think I had a yogurt when I came back. I just haven't been hungry because it hurts when I swallow. So I've been sticking to tea and water and, yeah, female. I feel her as female as well. So I'm going to try and have a sandwich or something. I feel like I need to eat something. I'll see how I go. But I made it. I can't believe I made it. I didn't know how I'd go once I started talking because my throat feels funny, but it's been good. We made it. So I'll see you next week. My time is the work with the elderly has changed, but I might be able to stick to the Fridays. I think I like the Fridays better. It's the end of the week for me. And if it's all the same to you guys, you don't care if it's Wednesday or Friday or what day it is, I'll just make them put their schedule around, what I'm doing here. Oh, nice. Does she come with messages or you just feel her presence? And did you get a symbol? My symbol was so glitchy, I couldn't get what the symbol was completely. Not today, anyway. A lot the last few days. I wonder what she's trying to... Did she bring through messages for you today? Was there information? Yeah, I'll be all right. It's just the first day of anesthetic. That's all. My procedure was at 1 o'clock yesterday. So when is it? It's 1 o'clock now. It's only been, 12 hours. It hasn't even been a full day yet. So I felt well enough. My head doesn't hurt, and the discomfort I have from what they've done is bearable. Otherwise, I wouldn't have, if I wasn't good, I wouldn't jump on. It's not good for me, and it's not good for you if I'm uncomfortable. I'm just starting to feel hungry. My stomach's starting to grumble. Yeah, the Friday. I'm going to work. I stay with the Fridays. I liked Fridays better. I was a bit upset that I couldn't do the Fridays. I feel like it's my day for the live streams. And just stick with it. Just her presence. Oh, good. Then keep inviting her in. All you have to do is say her name, and maybe that's all you need. For me, a lot of the time, it's not so much the messages or... yeah, I love the messages and the visions. It's the energy that comes through. Like today with her energy, I got so blissed out. I felt for a minute there, I don't know if I can keep going. I was just in the space, especially when we were in the pyramid and the beam of light came through, and I just felt like, whoa, this is blissing me out completely with the golden light. Oh, enjoy it. But she's coming through for a reason, so ask her, if she's there, why is she there? Maybe she's your archangel. Vegemite fixes that. Yes. True. Vegemite might be just what I need. That vitamin B boost. All right, my beautiful beings. Enjoy. And thank you for your concern. I'm okay. I'll be all right. It's minor surgery. That's why they send you home after like 2 hours or whatever it was. So I'll be okay. And hopefully after today, they said the throat was going to feel weird for a day. So hopefully by tomorrow, I'll be back to normal. But thank you so much for the support and for the love. I feel it. I know it's there. And I love you too with all my heart. Yes, you'll be right, mate. That's what they say here. You'll be okay, mate. You are Aussie through and through. Were you born here or you lived here and then you went back? I can't remember the story now. I get so many emails with stories, it's hard to keep up. When I'm driving, they do that to me too. It's hard to concentrate, but you learn to do it eventually. So maybe when you're driving, you need to relax, because I think that's what they're trying to tell me. I'm always so stressed when I'm driving that I think they're just trying to slow me down and relax me a little bit. It's one of my least favorite things to do, the driving, especially when I'm in heavy traffic and it's bumper to bumper and you got to be like concentrating all the time. I find that stressful. So maybe she's coming through to help you relax, just to be there for you. That's all. But maybe she has a message for you. It might come through. In the next few days, the meditation will be there. So just keep listening, and just or you just call her in. When you have a time that you can be quiet for 20, 30 minutes, you have a space, you can just call her in and just be with her. It's that simple. Guided meditations help because they put you in that zone. But sometimes it's just as simple, like me yesterday before going into the surgery. I just called them all in, and in that moment I was blissed out. I was at peace because I thought, well, whatever happens, it happens, There's nothing I can do about it. 10 years and you're so ochre. So Aussie. There you go. Well, I'm off to have my Vegemite then. I'll let you know how I go with it. I should be good after that. Oh, my stomach won't stop grumbling. All right, my darlings. I love you dearly. Thank you for being here today. And let me know how you go with the meditation. I'd love to know. You can always keep writing down in the comments underneath this one later. Ingleburn community. Yes, same. In certain situations, I have a lot of anxiety as well, and driving for some reason is one of them. I do know when I was little, I was in the back seat and my uncle had a crash because he was what do you call it when you don't leave enough space between the two cars? It's you're up the driver's butt basically, like. But there's some, they call it that. There's a name for it when you're. Oh, I can't remember now. There's a special name for people that drive that way. They don't leave enough space between the two cars when they're driving. Well, anyway, the guy in front, he hit the brakes too hard, and my uncle didn't have time to react because he was too close to the car. So I don't know if my anxiety in driving comes from that accident, because I was too little to remember. But I remember the accident. I fell out of our car when I was little as well. I used to have, what is it, this side. There was one side of my face that forever in the photos when I was little was bright red compared to the other one, because that's the side I landed on. My dad, he was going around this corner, and we didn't wear seatbelts in those days, seatbelts, what was that, in the 70s. So I was playing with the door handle and the doorknob, and I don't know, the next thing I know, I was out the car, rolling out the car, I landed on my face and I had all gravel and stuff. Off to the hospital, they cleaned it all up, but for years in the photos, tailgating, that's it. I'm too groggy to think of what the name is. Tailgating, that's what my uncle was doing. But my dad, when I was 4, I fell out of his car because we didn't have the seatbelts on. So I don't know, I've got trauma behind, the driving thing. I don't know if it was just those two things or, yeah, it's funny looking back at the photos, and I got this bright cheek until I was about 12, 13, I think. Maybe up to 15. At 15 it was gone. About 12, 13 it started to fade, and I don't know if no, you can't notice it now. They're both pink now. All right, but yeah, it comes from something, or it could just be within us. Kellyville lives. He's still there. Oh, our science teacher up here at the school was from Kellyville. So, where I teach the piano. He was lovely. Yeah. All right, my beautiful beings. I'm off to have something to eat now and see if I can. I'm starting to feel dizzy. I don't know if it was the blissing out with Ariel, but she's lovely. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for inviting her in. I wasn't expecting to have such a beautiful experience with her. She's gorgeous. Thanks, Desiree. Thanks, Victor. Bye, guys. Thank you to everyone that jumped in and the ones that will be jumping in tomorrow. Yes, it is. Oh, it is. What? Kellyville? Yeah. Yeah, Kellyville's correct. Yeah, I recognize it. It's still there. It's a pretty new suburb compared to all the others. So, well, compared to ours is pretty old where I'm living now. All right, my beautiful beings. Bye for now. Love you. Thank you for being here. Not just here, but I mean here on Earth. Now, at this time. You know what I mean.